I am a volunteer.
We're working on the rose garden at the moment, trying to regenerate the soil. So for the next 12 months we'll really recondition all the borders, which is quite a task on the 5 of us. However, anybody who wants to join us on a Wednesday, feel free, 10 o'clock to 2:30.
It's our aim to be continually looking after it in the future.
Yeah.
That's something I want to continue to maintain it.
Yeah.
Once it's been replanted, and we want to look after it on an ongoing basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal view is you've got a fantastic asset here, right in your doorstep, and it's not used half as much as it ought to be. It's a great place. And I do see people walking through, we have conversations with people, those that say, oh, you're doing a great job, and walk out the gate, or one of the 4 gates around it. But we were asked, what do we want in the community? So for me, and our group, the rose garden means a lot of things for a lot of people. People go dog walking. Could have a fitness trail around it with posts maybe, you know, 5 sit-ups here, 10 press-ups there, you know, a trail around the perimeter. I've been in touch with the council about quotes to have the paths improved. Because this end, people with wheelchairs, people pushing prams or mobility scooters have got no chance of negotiating the assault course at this end. So that's in hand. That's been dealt with behind the scenes, so hopefully we'll get Gloucester City Council to move on that. He says, touch wood, fingers crossed, and a few of the joint crossed. But hey ho, we're moving in the right direction. Gardening itself is a learning experience. So for people who've never done any gardening, or just only like to mow lawns, can come and learn things they don't know. Community events, Viva does lots of community events, so that, again, a great hope for community events, and there's some coming up later in the year. Viva will speak about later, no doubt. A meeting venue for anybody, school visits. A notice board would be useful, outside the park maybe, or what's happening in the park, so to speak. It's a good green space. I'd envisage the top end of the garden here, being in the rose garden, to be a natural habitat. Okay, encourage nature again. A sensory area in the middle. Perhaps a woodland area, almost like what the kids have at school when they have their forest schools. Sort of a seating area, but any group can use it, not just for youth groups, but anybody. You know, somebody wants to talk about a subject, nice day, let's go in the garden. Let's use those natural seats to sit on. And so yeah, you can imagine a trail going all the way around there, even for walking groups, rounding groups, but with a few exercises around the park. Picnic zone, maybe a couple of tables and chairs in the park. If it's there, people will come and use it, sit and use it maybe. Yeah. Some specimen flower beds. We've not got to that point yet, we're still working around the top and the sides. But we're giving ourselves 12 months to basically clear all the borders of all the rubbish. There's been plenty of rubbish. Thankfully, Gloucester City Council are taking that away for us. So every time we meet on a Wednesday, we have another pile for them to pick up the following week. So if you go in there, on the right hand side, top right hand side, you'll see the pile of rubbish. That's what we're collating, you know, this Wednesday. On the left hand side at the top, there's a lot of chippings at the moment which we are using to put around the borders. So we're clearing the borders as best we can. We're putting cardboard down, chippings on top. The idea being it will all break down with the worms. 12 months from now, we'll go back to the starting point, and hopefully that soil will be in better condition and we can start planting trees, shrubs, and whatever the community wants, because it's your community. I'm an alien in these parts. But, you know, I've put my heart and soul into it, so let's get some volunteers and make the park a much better place.
Brilliant, thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Kira.
To Lyndon to do a caring for children course, which isn't good enough, it should be in Matson. And then the laundrette's not fixed so that it can be used. Need a special needs school in Matson, that's a priority. We just kind of like noticed stuff, don't we?
No, that's fine. You can always see your notes out.
That was the main things, was them two things really, because like I want to learn more things, like more courses, but there's not really anything sort of like I can't see any courses going on at the moment.
Okay, right. Well, if anyone knows of any courses coming up for Kate, please let her know, and we can share the information together. Thank you very much, Kate. That's really good.
You know, my addition was quality housing, quality housing, and we also talked about healthcare, having a community GP service, surgery, and good local access. And then other things kind of came off of that. So, linked with the community centre, we had more volunteering roles, and we talked about how volunteering gives people, you know, purpose. Keeps them busy, gives them networks, that kind of thing. So we've got links and networks there as well. More personalised community, so we talked a lot about people. And then we decided when you added in the heart of the community that the people were the heart of the community, but that they need all this in order to function together. So alongside quality housing, we need better play areas, well-being space for everybody, suggestion of things like outdoor forest school, outdoor play, safe play, and we talked a bit about how to keep our community safe, assets. So again, so you know that using the community assets, so having the assets, and then how do we make sure that they are utilised? And that made us kind of go into this conversation here about the assets that are in this community that aren't being used for the benefit of the community. So, and two examples of that were the ski slope and the hotel. And how they're in the community but separate. They're not part of the community and we don't get any real benefit from those, and that we could do something about that. Anyone want to add anything else?
No, I think we've got too much covered. Yeah.
And the heart of our community is the people.
Yeah, loving that. That's really good. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well done.
Sorry, Youth Club Centre, obviously because I'm in the Youth Club. So, and with the Community Centre and a Disability Centre, very similar to the Redwell Centre, I'm thinking. But definitely a community-based area right in the middle. And then we would love some affordable social housing that's available to everyone, whether you've just come into the country or whether you've lived here 100 years. It should be available to everyone. And you know, because there's so many kids that are living in high-rise flats that have been there years, that never get gardens, so we thought, let's get a nice woodland area and a big play area and a massive multi-use field. We do have some of these things in this area. They are not used properly, and none of the community groups linked together to use them properly, which is a bit of a shame. Free bus service.
Yeah.
What's all this about? Free. What's wrong with it being free? You just did say our ideal one, right? Yeah. Next to the house, next to the proper. I am old. Proper car parking for the houses, so that we don't have the problems of when you're going down the road, there are cars this side, that side, and you can't actually get through. So decent car parking. Maybe a recycling centre, so we don't have to have people chucking rubbish on fields and stuff, that you can actually access easily without having to go online, which people can't do, and then, you know, they can't do it. So they're like, what do I do with all this rubbish? You know, I need to get rid of it, so I'll just chuck it over there. And that's exactly what's happening. This is my own contention. Community shops run by the community, not by people that charge the earth for their stuff. When we're living in a deprived area with many families that are struggling as it is, we go into the shop, plenty of bus stops for the free buses, a lovely field, we've got a pond area with a recreation, and I can't even read that. Oh, a petting area. Like a small petting area, like the city farm. Who's in the city farm? Somebody works. Yeah, yeah. But like that, but like, because these kids who live in these flats can't have pets. So what about some bunnies and some, you know, we
And
can
the mental health side of it.
and of course, yeah, all of this is, because if you had everything like this, your mental health would improve, wouldn't it? Yeah, and a, oh dear, library, yeah, with a church, a library, a tranquil garden, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, yours, we remembered you, the affordable cafe as well, maybe affordable cafe, selling, you know, where they can then go on for a lovely long walk, people like long walks, I met some people today. Lots of poo bins actually for dogs. They actually might put them in rather than leave it on the floor. You know, maybe free poo bags at the affordable shop, the community shop that sells affordable food to people in their affordable housing that can afford it. Thank you.
Well done, Sally.
Well done.
Wow, very decent.
We have affordable swimming,
Love it.
because as much as the remarks great, not everybody can afford it. Then we've got an Aaron. Now I don't know if everybody knows Aaron, but he's a personal trainer at the Phoenix. Absolutely amazing. He's done wonders for me. It's great to get people fit. Obviously, it's all the learning as well behind it, like how protein can build up your muscles and things like that. Then we've got a community allotment, and we've put Thrive because they do things around allotments and stuff. Then
They teach people how to garden.
Thank you.
That's what people can do on Wednesday mornings.
And then we've got an advice centre. We've got community CAF, more coordinated organisational cooperation. Right, this was me, I'm sorry. But rather than putting actual places and things down, I thought there's something that I'd like to ideally see. And it is, one of them is more coordinated organisational cooperation. Because the Easter Trail was freaking amazing. And I think every organisation got involved in that one.
Pretty much everyone, yeah.
So if we can do that on a regular, that would be amazing. And then we were discussing the lack of participation for residents. We're putting things on offer and they're not always used. So I put a closer look at incentives for community participation. You can also look at the reasons why people aren't attending as well, by talking to people. A library, schools, and communication with schools, because that's always been a bit of an issue over the years, is linking in with all of the schools as well. Spiritual centre, whether that's a church or whatever. And then we all have different choices for what's the heart of our community. I chose people. Matson Baptist Church was chosen and partnership was chosen. So
Lovely, I'm loving that.
I need to add dustbins at every bus stop.
Like that, yeah. Well done, you're right, well done, guys. So thank you very much for listening to me for the last God knows how long, and make sure you eat and drink before you leave. Thank you.